As I enter another year of my automotive career, I feel I've learned so many things along the way. I've made mistakes, rectified them, looked at myself in the mirror, been self-critical, and I feel I've gotten better with time. One such motorcycling brand that sort of resonates with this feeling is actually Classic Legends. They have gone back to the drawing board, corrected so many of their mistakes, and have actually launched some really nice products. Last year they came up with the updated Jawa 350, they launched the updated YesD Adventure, and today in Jaisalmer, Rajasthan, I am going to experience another motorcycle from their lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PowerDrift. Welcome to 2025. This is the first motorcycle ride of the new year. This is the Jawa 42 FJ. For the uninitiated, FJ stands for Frantisek Janesek, the founder of Jawa Motorcycles. This 42 pays homage to the man that started it all. Launched last year, we are only getting to experience this in 2025. I want to start things off with looks. Now, during our quickies video, when we saw the 42 FJ for the very first time, I'd spoken about how I feel, but let me quickly refresh your memory. Now, the 42 FJ is a very young, vibrant, colorful motorcycle. However, the real question is it a unique looking motorcycle? I'll disagree to that because it does remind me of the Ducati Scrambler in some ways. The way the tank is shaped, the headlamp, the offset instrument cluster. Is that a bad thing? Not necessarily, it's a very personal opinion. But I love how the red and black come together, the way the seat is shaped, the way the exhausts are now upswept. So all in all, I think it is a really nice looking motorcycle. But I wish there was more FJ branding on the bike to make it distinguish from the normal 42. And now I'm going to take this out for a spin because this is where things get really interesting. I love what the brand has done on the engine front. It all started last year with the Jawa 350 feeling nice and easy to ride, and the good bits continued through the year. The FJ here uses the same engine as the Jawa 350, but it makes slightly more power and torque here, and I like it. A little more pep suits the personality of this motorcycle while retaining all the goodness. It's refined till 80 km per hour, which you can do in the 6th gear at around 3500 to 4000 RPM. It's also got a smooth gearbox, very nice low and mid-range punch, and a fueling calibration that is not faulty. However, the mirrors are unusable once the vibes start to creep in. It can do 100 km per hour as well, but it does not like to be there for long. I would like to sum it up by saying that this can be a very nice city motorcycle, but long highway runs are something that you might want to avoid. In terms of feeling, the 42 FJ looks like a big motorcycle, but it doesn't feel like one, and allow me to explain. Now, in terms of proportions, this is a big motorcycle. Longer wheelbase, looks macho, and it has that sort of presence to it. But once you start riding it, it becomes that small, compact Jawa that we have loved in the past, especially when it came to handling. Now, in spite of the long wheelbase, it is very nice to maneuver, goes around corners really well, and it's a very enjoyable feeling. At the same time, because of the long wheelbase, it also feels really stable on these long open patches of road. Now, there were a couple of problems in the past when it came to the handling department. The exhaust used to scrape and the ground clearance was also an issue. But because of the upswept design and the increased ground clearance, both of those problems have been solved. So what the brand has really done is that they've gone back to the drawing board, taken all the complaints that customers have given them as feedback and really worked on them, and that is commendable. The 42FJ is pretty conventional in terms of the ride quality setup. Telescopic fork on the front, twin shocks at the rear. But it works well. Also goes to show that simple setups aren't a thing of the past. As long as they do their job well, I have no problem at all. The only hiccup? Fast speeds. The Java's rear tends to throw you if you go through a bad patch of road really fast. But remember, I told you a moment ago of how the engine feels at higher speeds, right? Restricted to 2 digits and the suspension will comply as well. I would also like to say that we did over 430 kilometers of riding and never did I feel uncomfortable with this seat. Top job in that department too. And while there are so many good things about the FJ, there are a couple of places where the brand needs solutions. The front brake, for example, could do with a bit more bite, and let's not forget this side stand. 9 times out of 10 when you try to kick it out, you will end up scraping your boot against this shield. In no time you will have scratches, and that is a problem. I really loved my experience here in Jaisalmer. I really like the city. The roads here are fantastic. You're gonna see a nice BTS clip after this video ends, but I want to keep that aside and talk about the 42FJ experience. Now, pricing for this motorcycle starts at rupees 1.99 lakh, goes up to 2.20 lakh. There is a spoke wheel version, there is a alloy version. If you're really interested in this motorcycle, please spend that extra money and just buy the alloys. You will thank me later. But if I have to sum it up, I have to say that the 42FJ is a really pleasant, a really nice motorcycle. And that just goes to show the amount of work the brand has put in to make their products better. And I will always appreciate a brand that recognizes errors and faults in their motorcycles. They go back to the drawing board, and when they come back with a solid, strong product. And that's what the 42FJ today is. Will I recommend it to you? I will definitely recommend a test ride. Go to the showroom, get the showroom experience, get the staff experience, take a long test ride. And if you really like it, this is not a bad bike at all. The problem, however, is the space that it sits in. It's a very, very competitive space. You've got the Highness, the Classic, the Maverick, and all of these other motorcycles are really nice motorcycles as well. But now the 42FJ has a fighting chance against these products. So all in all, a job well done by the brand to make the product what it is today. I don't have a lot to complain about. A few things here and there because no motorcycle is perfect. I've said that in the past as well. But I think that's about it. We would love to do a lot more testing, pit it against competition in the near future when we get this back in our home city of Pune. And that's when you will see a lot more content coming on our channel. On that note, thank you so much for watching. If you like our video, please press the like button, comment and let me know your favorite feature about this motorcycle and share it with your friends who are always interested in the Jawa 42FJ. Apologies, the review took a while to come out because we didn't get the motorcycle for this long. But yep, in flesh and bone, the Jawa 42FJ. Thank you once again. My name is Varun Painter and I will see you later. And now, time for BTS.
So we are at the India-Pakistan border. If you take a look to the left, you see a flag there. That's our last checkpost. Beyond that, there is a fence. And after that, about 150 meters of no man's land, and then there's Pakistan. I've never been this close to a border before. This close. It's unreal, this feeling.
4 दिसंबर 1971 की अर्ध रात में 3000 पाकिस्तानी सोल्जर जब लोंगेवाला पोस्ट के ऊपर अटैक किया, भारतीय सेना और बीएसएफ जब गोलियां बरसाया पाक आर्मी के ऊपर, तो जो गाड़ी डीजल से चलती थी उस गाड़ी के ऊपर डीजल का बैरल बंधा हुआ था और जो गाड़ी पेट्रोल से चलती थी उस गाड़ी के ऊपर पेट्रोल का बैरल बंधा हुआ था। तो गोलियां जाके लगी सीधी बैरल में, बैरल फटा, आग लगी। उन्हीं के तेल से उनके टैंक, उनकी गाड़ियां धुंध हो करके जलना शुरू हुई। पाक आर्मी अपनी गाड़ियों को छोड़, साथियों को छोड़, उल्टा पाकिस्तान भागना शुरू कर दिए। जय हिंद, जय भारत।